What's good? What's good? What's good? What's happening? I hope everybody's doing well today, and I hope everybody is proper. Welcome to this live stream once again, and shout out to everybody who has been supporting this live things. This live streams. Shout out to everybody on Twitch. Shout out to everybody on TikTok and also on YouTube and on Facebook. So you know the usual drill. The plan is to reach legendary ranking. So that's also what I'm gonna be doing in today's live streaming. Yeah, that's also what I'm gonna be doing in today's live. Don't okay. Need to close a few things before I continue. There's a lot of weight on my thing, yeah, on my CPU, so I need to make sure that everything works out for the best. Yeah. I need to sort this out quickly, just to make sure that everything is running proper. I need to close browsers and stuff before I continue. But anyways, if you're watching wherever and you haven't followed us, kindly follow this channel wherever you're watching from. I'm actively trying to reach just 1,000 followers on TikTok. It's like one of the I find it very hard to kind of grow on TikTok, and I know that a lot of people would really, be surprised at hearing me saying this, because I feel like TikTok is one of the easiest platforms to grow on, but with me, it's just been proving very difficult. And for a very long time, I've been trying. Actually, I've just been posting, but I haven't been like focusing on other stuff like going live and what's so not. Hence, I'm trying to do live streams right now, and I'm also trying to grow on Twitch. So like that's the whole situation right now. I'm trying to grow on Twitch. I'm trying to grow on TikTok. So that's what I'm practically aiming for. So that's what we're doing right now. So I need to sort out a few things before I can continue with the live stream. I need to close a few things before I can continue with this. Yeah. And also I'm trying to make like this live streams more interesting. Hence I'm trying to, include the chats on the stream, because usually I would just respond to the chats as they pop out, and that's kind of like a bit boring. So yeah, that's what we're doing actually. Let me make sure that my links are active. Yeah, so let me just sort out this links stuff, especially the live chat. Need to sort out the live chat before I can continue. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think we're good to go.
Sniper eliminated. Reloading. Tango down. Reloading. Cover me. Taking back. Cover me. Get down, sniper. Enemy down. UAV recon ready for deployment. Taking mag, cover me! Enemy down.
I like playing like I practice game so that I can sort out the whole lagging issue
Enemy contact. Sentry gun ready to deploy.
before I continue, because my PC usually just lags. And also I feel like this is a way for me to warm up before I like start engaging with the actual, before I play against the actual people. So this is a way for me to practice. I'll share my Discord. I'll definitely share my Discord after I complete this game. After I complete my warm-up game, actually, but I'll share it at a later stage, I think.
Enemy contact. Enemy down. Reloading. Friendly nukes ready. Taking mag, cover me! Sniper. Sniper eliminated. Reloading. Cover me.
So this is basically me practicing just to make sure that my aim is proper before I play against actual players. So there's a practice thing. Understand?
Friendly nuke has been launched. Repeat, friendly nuke has been launched.
Get down, sniper. cover me. Changing mag. Target down. Reloading! Cover me! Enemy down! Tango down. Enemy contact. Reloading, cover me.
Objective almost complete.
Changing
Keep it up.
Changing mag, cover me! Changing mag! Tango down! Changing mag, cover me. Changing mag, cover me. Headshot! Enemy in sight!
Like I said, I'll type my Discord or Instagram on the chat afterwards. After I complete playing. After I finish playing, I'll do that. I'll do that. Most definitely.
Just another day. Good job.
This was a practice thing, by the way. I'm not that good. Pure practice. And shout out to the comments on Twitch, by the way. Shout out. Shout out to everybody that's commenting on Twitch at the moment. Ooh. Damn it. Damn it.
Predator missile on standby. Sentry gun ready for deployment. Sentry gun deployed.
But I'm still number one at the end of the day. Still leading by more than 5 points. Is everybody going inside this building? Why? Yay. Yay. Okay. Change of
Sentry gun ready to deploy.
so practically okay. I think I'm starting to become a bit bad for now. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm okay, although it's winter. I don't know if I should be complaining or what, but I'm just happy that it's not as hot as it gets in winter. So I guess I'm fine and I'm happy. So yeah, how are you? How are you doing? Are you good? Are you well? Are you proper? Are you nga?
Nice work. Well done.
So I'm gonna switch over to ranked. Ranked, yeah. I need to get a brand new chair. Why am I not able to find opponents? Why am I not able to find opponents? I think I'm gonna switch over to Alcatraz or Alcatraz. Yeah. So what's the most overrated game that you've played? I think for me the most overrated game, I don't know if it's overrated or maybe it's just that I'm not good at it. It's PUBG. I've played PUBG for a very long time. That was actually the first game that I started with when I got into, this whole mobile gaming issue. I started playing PUBG, and I think it's a bit overrated. I think because I don't really enjoy playing PUBG. I think it's very difficult. Maybe it's only because I don't play using, a mobile phone or anything, mobile phone. But I think it's one of the most overrated games that I've ever played. It's not that interesting according to me. I don't find it that interesting. Uh I find it weird. Actually, before I knew Call of Duty Mobile or Call of Duty, because I've played even, I've played Modern Warfare. I've played a lot of Call of Duties actually, but mostly not online. I've just played missions, and yeah, I think Call of Duty kind of got me hooked, and I don't think I can switch from Call of Duty. Although I might consider learning other games, especially once I start upgrading, my hardware and all. Then maybe I'll play other games. But as of now, I see that it has always been a discussion. People asking whether PUBG or Call of Duty, and a lot of people usually just say that PUBG is the best mobile game on ever. I don't agree.
Match is about to start.
I don't agree with any of that. It's not even that good according to me. It is okay though. Just that it's problematic, and I always get killed very easily. Maybe I'm just not good at it, or I just haven't invested as much time uh into learning PUBG. Or maybe it's just saturated right now. Do graphics matter, or do graphics matter more than gameplay? Well, I think it's something that goes both ways. Both graphics and both gameplay matters. But honestly, it's pointless if the gameplay is not, that well up to par, and then the graphics are good, so it's totally boring. So I think gameplay is more important, although I feel like they both matter to an extent. So that's basically what I feel. I feel like they both matter, but I feel like gameplay matters even more. I think I need this. Think I need this. And I think it's time to go where the action is. Because I have 0 kills at the point at this moment. Where did he go?
Engaging the enemies.
That's supposed to be my kill, but anyways. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay, I need to change this gun, obviously. Obviously. I think I need a different gun. Otherwise, otherwise, I'll regret it. Usually I just collect guns. I've never even thought about which gun works how or whatever. Never thought about that. But apparently that matters too also. And the fact that I have 0 kills.
Further collapse expected. Travel to indicated safe zone.
Engaging the enemy.
0 kills. Second kill. Where are you going? Where are you going? Yay!
Airdrop has been delivered.
Circle.
Where are you going, my friend? Can't run there. Can't. I honestly feel like I need a different gun.
Down to the last 5 teams.
Different gun. There's a sniper. Okay, I already have sniper. I need a different weapon. Let me try this one. Okay, this is much better.
Skill chip ready for upgrade.
There's somebody here. Okay.
The airdrop is coming.
Supply drop incoming.
Just need different guns to try out.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Okay.
Only 2 teams left. Getting close to victory.
The airdrop is coming.
Supply drop incoming.
Only four people. Two actually. Let's see how far from legendary. Also, I've been chasing the legendary rank, but I don't really know what are the benefits of ranking higher or anything. Because as far as I know, it's actually gonna be the same thing. Nothing will change, but maybe I'll have more confidence. And I feel like the higher you rank, the harder it gets to find opponents. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, only 5 kills. I need to at least get 20 kills. I need to get 20 kills in the next game. Okay, what do you think about the cancel culture? The cancel culture, the cancel culture. Well, I think the cancel culture it's a bit biased if you ask me. Um, let's take for an example a very a very a common situation that a lot of people have spoken about and that I also have been vocal about for some time is the whole issue of you know following certain artists who do certain things, and then instead of trying to cancel those certain artists, you try and protect them and try to always find reasons to explain their bad behavior. So it's a bit biased. There are people who get cancelled for the dumbest things ever. You do one thing and already everybody wants to cancel you. We know what happened with Scott Mapuma. You remember the situation with Scott Mapuma. People were ready to cancel him. you know
Welcome to
they were
Alcatraz.
ready to cancel him just because uh he was being rude. You understand? But there's also as an artist, we know Shebeshet. I don't yeah. But anyways, I'm just trying to make a point. There's also his case. And in his case, people don't really like give him the same treatment as they give other artists in South Africa. They are not trying to cancel him. People are rather just trying to protect him, and they're just trying to find reasons to justify the things, negative things that he does. So that's basically what I think about cancel culture. I feel like it's a bit biased, and for me, I feel like it's being weaponized in a sense that people would want to cancel you just because they don't like you. It's not a matter of you being a bad person overall. It's no longer a matter of you doing something that's questionable overall, because we've seen that a couple of times. Many artists have done questionable things, but they are not cancelled. So I don't understand where we draw the line when it comes to cancel culture. Is it biased, or maybe certain people are just immune to it? I guess Maybe that's like the thing that I never understood. Maybe I just don't know that, cancel culture has its people. Maybe there are people who deserve to be cancelled, and then there are just people who don't deserve to be cancelled. Because we've seen that a lot of times in South Africa. South Africa is a very good example of that. And I think it's also happening in the States. We remember there was an issue of who's this guy who was supposed to, be king on, Marvel's Secret Wars or whatever. So that guy was cancelled and his movie roles were cancelled to a point that Marvel even decided to cancel the whole movie overall because of a scandal that guy was involved in. And people weren't really like focused on it like that. They weren't really like trying to protect him or just trying to find the facts like they usually do if it's one of their favorites that's involved in a certain scandal. Like right now we have the whole issue of Megan the Stallion. Apparently she lied. I don't know the truth in that. But instead of people trying to, understand that it's a possibility, they are just, canceling the whole thing completely. They're just canceling it completely. They're not even trying to find if it's possible or not. So I feel like it's very biased, and people usually just cancel the people that they don't like. It's never about the questionable things that the people do. It's never about that. It's usually about who you like and who you don't like. And if you don't like a certain person, then you can push the cancel culture agenda to your advantage. So it was gonna be a good thing if it was not biased, but since now it's biased and people are selective on who they cancel and who they don't cancel, it's a weapon. It's a weapon, my friend. It's completely weaponized. So that's what I think. I think it's pointless. Cancel culture is completely pointless. It has lost its essence if it had any. I don't know if it had any essence at any point in life. But if it had, then it has lost it. So that's everything I think of cancel culture. Cancel culture doesn't exist. It's purely a weapon that people use to ruin others' lives. Yeah. Actually, I don't want to talk too much about it. But that's what I think. That's what I think about the whole cancel thing. Somebody has been cancelled. Somebody has been cancelled. Because I think in South Africa, a lot of people would have been cancelled if the whole cancel culture was a thing. 'Cause a lot of artists in South Africa do a lot of questionable things. A lot of them beat up people, beat up their fans. Some get caught using certain substances on a live broadcast. It's a lot, actually. It's a lot. Come on. Come on, my brother. I need at least 20 kills in this game. In this match, I need to reach at least 20. Because the fact that I ended a match with just 5 kills does not sit well with me. Yeah, 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 yeah. My brother, you can. What are you doing?
Airdrop has been delivered.
The airdrop's coming.
Only 2 teams left. Getting close to victory.
Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
Who is this person? Can't. Oh, you are running. You are running. Hey, ban. He ban. 'Kay, so I practically need to play another game until I reach the thing. 20 kills. I need 20 kills. Twenty kills. 20 or more actually. Not only 20. But 20 is the minimum I'm going for in this game that I'm about to play. 20 is the minimum that I'm going for. 20 or more. This guy killed 34 people. I need at least 20. 20 or nothing. 20 or nothing. 20 or nothing. Let's go for 20. Actually, I think I waste a lot of time when I'm up there because usually I just like landing on top of the building, that building. And I think I waste time by staying there or looking for weapons. I think I should just get one gun and go straight into battle. One gun and straight into battle. Straight out. Let's go. Ipana. What's happening? All of a sudden, my PC is misbehaving. I don't honestly think that TikTok has ruined anything. And, I feel like, people always had like, people always wanted to watch short form content because there are just certain things that are not supposed to be low. One of my favorite features about TikTok currently is the fact that I can just get on TikTok and search a solution to whatever problem I have, and TikTok will give me a solution in less than 8 minutes. Before it used to be a problem because I used to have to watch a 20-minute video just to solve something that I also know that it's not a big problem, you know. So I feel like as much as we try to find the negative things about TikTok, we should also appreciate the fact that it has made solving problems much easier. Now I can just solve whatever problem that I have in less than 2 minutes, because people know that on TikTok people have like short attention span, so you're supposed to go straight to the point. That's one thing that I like about TikTok. So I don't think that it has ruined anything. I feel like it has improved certain situations, especially for us who usually use social media and video platforms as a way to solve problems. Because mainly that's what I use everything for. I use YouTube to mainly solve problems. So sometimes you find yourself caught up in having to watch a video that's like 30 minutes long just to solve a problem that could have, that at the end of the day, after watching that video, you will realize that this was supposed to be a 2 minutes video. So you find yourself not understanding why it had to be 19 minutes. So as much as we try to find the negatives of TikTok, we should also focus on the positives. And I know this is usually coming from people who create content. That's how I used to feel also in the beginning. I used to feel like TikTok was very easy until I started getting on TikTok and I realized that it's also it's hard to grow on TikTok. I've been finding it hard, and I'm yet to even reach 1,000 followers on TikTok. But in the beginning, I used to believe that it was easy and simple, only to find out it's not. Ah, needs to get close by. Seems like it's gonna be harder to. What's this?
Move here to get armor.
Changing mag, cover me. The airdrop is coming.
Who's shooting? Oh wow. Who is the person that's shooting?
Airdrop has been delivered.
Where are you shooting from? Oh, here you are.
Enemy down. Changing mag. Reloading, cover me.
Wait.
Down to the last 5 teams.
Engaging the enemies. Changing mag, cover me.
I don't have any ammo. To make sure that I have ammo before I continue, because if I don't, it's gonna be a problem. Let me just switch the gun. Okay. Okay.
Reloading. The airdrop's coming. Changing mag.
Am I being followed?
Airdrop has been delivered.
Reloading. Cover me, reloading.
Yeah, stay still.
Changing mag, cover me.
Where's everybody?
Evac to safe zone.
Oh,
Airdrop's coming.
oh. I always tell people that do not start a fight you cannot win.
Changing mag.
When you start a gunfight, make sure that you can win it.
The airdrop is coming.
Whenever.
2 teams left. Getting close to victory.
Who's shooting? Damn it. Damn it. Only one person left, and I think whoever I'm looking for. Yeah, so I always tell them that do not start a gunfight that you cannot win. When you start a battle with me, one on one especially, or how do you call it, 1v1, make sure that you are ready to win it. But I'm tired of people who start fights they cannot win. Now I'm somehow dangerous. Until I'm playing that Battle Royale Blackout, that one is a problem. But I'm gonna switch over to it very soon and try my luck. But I feel like that's one of the most problematic modes that I've ever played. I've played multiplayer, and sometimes I'm not that bad at multiplayer, but when it comes to Blackout, I don't last even 10 minutes. So yeah, that's the problem. Problem. Okay, 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 okay. Let me just pull up my chat here so I can read and then answer. So I can read and answer. Okay, 15 kills. I need like 20. After I get 20, I'm gonna go to Call of Duty. I'm gonna go to Blackout after I reach 20 kills on this in Alcatraz. Okay. Okay. Let me pull over. Pull out. Pull out. Yeah. Let me pull out my chat. Pull out my chat here. Is my piano starting to sound the same? Somehow, yes, it is starting to sound the same. Hence, with me, I feel like three step is it's gonna be our our go-to sound. That's basically what I think. Because if you have seen the three-step performance, recently, if you have heard this three-step music recently, maybe it's just that I'm getting old. I don't know, but I feel like three step will be the main thing. So yeah, I think three-step will be the main thing. And I feel like yes, piano is sounding the same, but honestly, what do you expect? Because you have like 1,000 producers, imagine each and every single year, not even year, each and every single month, there is a hit song from a producer who just got famous now. So it will obviously end up the same because it's oversaturated and everybody wanna do piano. But I feel like the same is gonna happen with three step once it pushes the way I see it pushing. If it pushes like this until December or whatever, then I'm pretty sure that a lot of people will switch over to three step, and then majority of us will really will still listen to piano, but we won't give it the same attention because we will have we will have something else on the side to distract us. So it is kind of sounding the same. This is an unpopular opinion also. Private school piano is sounding the same, when it comes to Kelvin Momo. I love Kelvin Momo. I listen to his music a lot, but I feel like he's not like experimenting enough to kind of make his sound different each and every single time he releases an album. Because what I think is that he has been the same Kelvin Momo, ever since. He has been the same Kelvin Momo. His music has always been the same. Uh, as much as there's still like it's different chords, but it's still the same log drum. We know that log drum, but we also know that this is how it's gonna be layered. You understand? So I feel like it's not only private school, but majority of piano genres kind of sound the same. The sound that you hear one artist producing is the sound that you're gonna hear from the next. So yeah, it is sounding the same because there are a lot of producers who are producing piano. It has many producers right now, and eventually, as time goes, I feel like we will focus more on three step. I feel like three step is definitely gonna take over. I thought Bacardi was gonna be the thing, but the thing about Bacardi is that it's really fast and it's not for, everybody, myself included. Like, imagine spending the whole night listening to Bacardi. It's gonna be problematic. But yeah, I think a lot of piano artists sound the same. While we still have a variation here and there, there are still artists who are producing nice music. That's not the same to everybody else's. But I feel like this is the year of three step, and three step is gonna eventually, overtake Amapiano at some point. Also I know that Amapiano it's pretty hardcore, and it's not easy to kind of overtake Amapiano. But I feel like three step will have sort of an impact on the listenership of Amapiano. We will still listen to Amapiano when we groove, when we go out and everything. But besides that, yeah, three step is definitely gonna take over very soon. If not this year, then definitely the next. That's how I feel. Yeah. So it sounds the same to an extent, but it's still unique to an extent. Not everybody sounds the same, but a lot sound the same.
Welcome to Alcatraz. The match is about to start.
Would you leave SA if you had the chance? I would, honestly. But I would leave SA just so that I can, explore different cultures out there. Not to completely leave and never come back. I don't think I can do that to myself. But if I ever had a chance to explore other, cultures and other countries, then I will definitely go, but not permanently. Understand? I can never leave South Africa, bro. South Africa, this is my home and I love it to a point that I don't think I can relocate to another country. What I can do is relocate to another province. Yeah, I can do. I've done that a couple of times. I've relocated from Northwest to Gauteng, so maybe even to other provinces I can do the same. But to relocate out of South Africa, I don't think anybody can convince me to do that to myself. Because that's like self torture. That would be me torturing myself. Because I know it's not what I want. I don't want to leave South Africa for good. But I can leave South Africa to explore. Like I said, I need to get at least 20 kills. I don't like scopes. I don't like scopes. Come on. To take off this thing. I don't enjoy shooting with a scope. The thing is that a lot of people start gunfights they cannot finish. It's important to start something that you'll finish. Yeah. That's like something that we've had a lot of motivational speakers talk about. When you start something, especially if you start a gunfight with somebody, finish it. Exactly, is everybody at this point. I don't think I've ever explored this map actually. Stadium 1 plays a lot. So let me see. Epana. Are you following me? Damn it. Okay. Okay, you got. Where are you going? Come out. Come out. Immediately. Okay. Hey. Where did he go? My friend, you can't go there. You can't. Ooh, problem. That's obviously my kill. Ah, are you still in my kill? It's very important that you finish the job once you start it. So I'm almost at 20 kills. Once I reach 20 kills, gonna try my luck. Come back. Come back here. Come back here, my friend. Ow. Come back here. Yay. Ooh. Okay, one more kill. And I have 20. Where are you?
The airdrop is coming.
Airdrop is delivered. Only two teams left. Getting close to victory.
The airdrop is coming.
Inbound.
Okay, chat. Let me pull out chat. I don't want to say chat a lot because it's gonna sound like I'm imitating people. I don't want to imitate anybody. I just want to be me. I just want to be me. It's easier that way. I don't want to like get used to this whole streaming slang and whatever. But the question is mobile gaming the future or just the face? Mobile gaming, I feel like it has always existed. You understand? So I wouldn't say it's just a phase because it has always existed. Mobile gaming has always been a thing. A lot of us used to play mobile games growing up. I remember I used to download a lot of games, just that they went online, many of them. But I doubt if mobile gaming is just a phase because it's something that a lot of people have access to. A lot of people have access to phones, to their phones, and it's easier to just play, games using your phone. So I don't think mobile gaming is a phase. It's a phase. I personally believe like it's something that's gonna stick. Okay, let me see what level 95. Okay. I think it's gonna stick and it's definitely not a phase. Because if we look at it, as far as console games and PC games have been improving, mobile games have also been doing the same thing. Mobile games have improved, a lot in the past. They've improved to a lot to a point that right now I'm actually playing a mobile game and it's far more interesting. So I don't think it's a phase. I definitely feel like it's gonna be stick. It's gonna be there until because devices improve, phones improve also. Phones have better performance right now. They have better display quality. So I feel like that's still gonna improve. As much as mobile gaming is concerned, it's not a phase. It has always been there, and it's still gonna remain that way for a very long time. My thoughts on AI. So this is a topic that a lot of people have spoken about. I don't think AI is a problem. People are more concerned about AI. I've seen a lot of people talk about how AI will take their jobs, how AI will replace creatives, and how AI will, replace certain people. And if we look at it in a way that, I feel like it has always been there. AI has always been there. It has always been used in movies. It has always been used, by big corporations. Basically, it's just that we never really. It was never accessible. The public did not have access to it. I feel like it has always been there. They've always used AI eventually. So I don't think AI is a problem. I feel like we just have to adapt to it and, teach ourselves to teach ourselves to use AI and use it as a tool rather than see it as a problem, because you can incorporate AI into your daily business. And at the end of the day, we understand that AI still needs people to run it, so we shouldn't be scared. Rather, if you're scared that AI is going to take your job, I think it's very important that you should just focus on equipping yourself with the rightful skills, because there are different AI categories. There are those that are used in art, there are those that are used in copywriting. And if you work in any of that field, you can just familiarize yourself with whatever AI that's like booming you know in your niche, basically, because at the end of the day, you're gonna need to use AI. It's quite easy to use AI, and it's very productive if you know how to use it. Like, I usually just use it for the thumbnails, and yeah. Okay, my favorite AI is obviously it'll obviously have to be ChatGPT, because I use it to refine my, what's this, yeah, I use it to refine my writing. I use it to refine writings, and I use it for a lot of things that I do. I use it to refine my content, my articles, and just to make sure that the writing style is okay and the grammar is right. So the sooner we learn to use AI and just accept that as AI is not here to replace anybody, the better. Because the people who are replaceable are those who are not familiar with AI. So as much as you still see it as a problem to familiarize yourself with AI, then maybe AI will replace you. So get yourself relevant skills to learn how to use AI, how to prompt AI, and people won't see the need to replace you. The people who are replaceable are those who do not know how to use AI. If you know how to use AI, if you know how to prompt AI, if you know how to use AI, in short, then you are safe. You are safe if you know how to use AI. Uh, I'm failing to find opponents. I'm trying to play Blackout, and it seems like I'm failing to find wavy opponents. Yeah. Wait, so apparently Orlando Pirates is releasing, or there's something being released. I don't know if it's released by Orlando Pirates or what, but there's apparently something releasing. I just saw a trailer here. I don't know, but I don't think I can put it anyway. So apparently, there is a documentary. Maybe I don't know who's releasing this documentary, and it shows Coach Reveria talking to Saleh. You know, asking if Saleh is okay, and then him saying no, and he's being told to get out. So it seems like there's always been a beef between Coach Riverio and Saleh. I don't know what the beef is, if it's something to do with money or whatever. But I don't think Coach makes the decisions, financial decisions in the team. So that's what I'm worried about. What was the beef between Saleh and Coach Riverio? Because it seems like the beef between them, has always been there. And like I said the last time I made a video about Mamelodi Sundowns and about Orlando Pirates, was that it's a good thing that maybe we have a different coach, because at the end of the day, what's gonna happen is that we might see Saling in game again. So that's the possibility of things. The possibility is that Saling might get to might get game time again. So I think it's gonna be released. I'm not sure where it's gonna be released. Let me just confirm the date, but I know it's gonna be on TV somewhere. It's gonna be on TV somewhere. So I'm definitely gonna do a reaction to that. No ways. I'm gonna let it go. 27 July. Yeah. 27 July. Hey, that's forever. Oh, apparently it's been released on Sunday. Apparently it's gonna be released on Sunday. I'm not sure, but I just have to confirm. Ish, I have to confirm. So I have to confirm. Also, I think I need to restart my game because it's freezing. I don't know what's the issue here. I don't know what's the issue here. It's the problem. So I'll just keep my eyes open on this will be released. I see people are saying that it's gonna be released this Sunday. This Sunday. Yeah. But I'm not sure where. I'll just, like I said, I'll just make sure that I keep everybody posted on this will be on when this will be released. Yeah. So there's this thing, man. I don't know if you guys are aware that I know, but I'm pretty sure you guys know PA, which is like Patriotic Alliance, and I think the president or the leader of that is Gayton McKenzie, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I think it's Gayton McKenzie. He is the leader of it, and what they've been doing recently is that they've been trying to sort out the whole issue of immigration. I remember there was a video that they posted also. In that video they were stopping a Pakistan man from illegally marrying an underage. Apparently they said the lady was underage, so they were trying to stop that Pakistan man from marrying that guy, and that guy, funny enough, had the lady's, certified ID and whatsoever. So now the whole issue is that there is something, there is a clinic in Hillbrow. You know that a lot of Nigerians reside in Hillbrow. So apparently there is a clinic in Hillbrow, and then they were like doing, I don't know what they were doing. They were just like checking people who get into the clinic to confirm if they are, if they are South Africans or whatever. They were like practically stopping everybody from entering, the clinic. They were checking permits, they were checking, IDs, and then they were stopping each and every single person who brought, a permit, you know. So I saw a video yesterday of a guy who was stopped during these raids, and in that video, that guy was, fighting with those ladies and asking them that, as much as he has a green coded ID, then they cannot stop him from receiving healthcare in South Africa. And that guy was clearly a Nigerian. He told them that, if they want to stop him, they should, call immigration officers. And this raised one of, the biggest concern also, that, we've had a lot of times people complaining about how they struggle to get help in hospitals, how they struggle to get, healthcare basically. And what I realized is that the government does not really like, because usually when they are budgets and everything, they like, give budget based on the number of people that are there, in a certain area, that are documented in a certain area. So the problem starts now when we have people who are undocumented, who, use the same facilities, and then who get, the same care as South Africans. And it ends up being an issue of, medicines, being not being enough. It ends up of being that situation. So people will end up not receiving healthcare because, the government gave a budget allocation based on the number of documented people in that area. So now in Hillbrow, that's the case. And the bigger problem here is that, a lot of people who have IDs and stuff in South Africa probably might have bought, IDs. There are people who have bought IDs. We have seen that. I mentioned this is October episode a couple of times because it's one of the good examples that showed us that, there is a lot of corruption in South Africa, and people are basically just buying, IDs. So that man was fighting with the PA ladies, saying that, as much as I have a green coded ID, then there's nothing you can do to stop me. And I feel like South Africa needs to find a way to refine their laws, their immigration laws, because it's not favoring South Africans. There are certain things that should be, that South Africans should be a priorities in, like healthcare. South African should be a priority in South African hospitals, in South African clinics, but since there are a lot of people who even have like IDs and everything, they say that they are South Africans, and it's clear that they are not. So I don't know what the law is gonna do about it, because I don't think the PA should be the ones that are trying to solve the immigration issue. I think the government should be involved somehow. They should be the ones trying to combat this issue. And it's, sad to see that the ruling party is not doing anything about it. The ruling party doesn't, talk about these issues. They don't put measures in place to kind of like help out these people who are on the ground trying to do the government's job. Because at the end of the day, that's practically what I think these people are doing. They are basically just trying to do the government's job, and it should be the government that's on the streets trying to verify if people are documented, trying to verify if, people's documents are legit. So it's said that the government, you know has never been interested or whatever. Fizzy, nice streaming. Like, location, I don't know what location, I don't know what's this, what location are you talking about, what location are you talking about? Shout out to everybody that's commenting on Twitch also. Shout out to everybody that's commenting on Facebook. Shout out to everybody that's like commenting. I'm still trying to load up the game because I don't know what happened the first time. Maybe it's an issue of the game, or maybe it's an issue of the internet, but I feel like my internet is proper because, it's streaming and there's no problems. So yeah, That's the thing. And also, I don't know why the mainstream media is not covering this uh these things that are working, these things that are happening. You understand? Because we have people trying so much to do the government's job, but the media is not covering these people, and the government is quiet also. Because SABC should be trying to find out what exactly is happening here, but unfortunately, SABC is a state-owned media house. I don't think it'll ever you know, get involved. But I know that definitely Newsroom Africa will involve itself in this, because that has become my favorite platform to watch news on, because it's unbiased. Unlike SABC, SABC is pretty biased. It focuses a lot on government issues, and it focuses a lot on issues that do not paint the government bad, because it's a state broadcaster, in short. So I don't like watching state broadcasters. I rather just watch Newsroom Africa, because they give unbiased opinions and they cover everything that's newsworthy. They don't cover things to get in the government's good books, in short. Yeah. uh I'm doing great. I'm doing great, and my day has been okay, I guess. My day has been okay. I don't have complaints. I don't have anything. How are you? How has your day been? My day is a bit productive. Yeah, I've been streaming for like some time right now. So yeah, my day has been productive. My day has been productive. I'm still trying to boot up the game. Still trying to boot up the game. I've been playing. I don't know what's happening at the moment, but I can hear the background music. Maybe it's an issue with my PC. I think I'll have to refresh the graphics. Yeah, just have to refresh the graphics. Yeah, I think now we are good to go again. Yeah. Okay. Let me just refresh everything, everybody. I think I'm gonna play what's this? This thing. I'm gonna play that, yes. Whatever that is. I think I'm gonna play that and afterwards I think I'm gonna end the live stream most probably. Because there's like a few things that I need to get handled. There are a few things that I need to handle. Um, I wouldn't say I stream daily, but I just like I stream a lot. Yeah, I don't have a fixed schedule on when I stream or when not to stream or whatever. But I stream whenever I get an opportunity to stream. Not daily, because I don't stream like every day. Every day, I don't want to make it a thing. But I stream whenever I get an opportunity to stream. So yeah, I don't have a fixed schedule just yet. But what I do is that I upload content. I think each and every single week. Uh, just not sure how many times a week. But my primary platform is basically just YouTube. I do content a lot on YouTube, so I upload there a lot of times, but not on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. So yes, on a weekly basis. Uh yes, at the moment I just play Call of Duty Mobile. That's like one thing that I've been playing. And I've tried playing PUBG, but I don't think I'm cut out for PUBG. So yeah, I just play I just play Call of Duty Mobile for now until I can upgrade everything, and then I can maybe go into other games like maybe GTA Online. And you know I've always wanted to play Red Dead Redemption, so maybe that also once I upgrade basically my PC. So for now, since I don't have like a gaming PC, I focus on playing, Call of Duty Mobile. That's the only thing I play. I'm trying to sort out this game thing. I don't know why it's frozen. I don't understand. Don't understand. If your phone gallery leaked, would you survive? I don't know. I don't think I would survive if ever my phone gallery got leaked. Uh, I don't think I don't think that that could like work well in my favor. Mainly because it's not anything like controversial, and it's not anything like deep like that. It's just that I save a lot of things on, but anyways, I think I would survive if ever it got leaked, because I don't think there's anything I don't think I have any you know anything that could ruin me from my gallery, unless maybe if you post my weird selfies and all of that. So yeah, that's like the only thing that would like affect me negatively. Yes, that's like the only thing that could affect me negatively. But apart from that, I think if my gallery was leaked at some point, then I will definitely survive. I will definitely survive. I just take a lot of pictures, of myself. I shoot a lot of pictures, and I take a lot of screenshots. There's like a lot of screenshots on this phone. So yeah, I think I would survive. Honestly, there's nothing critical here. Okay, the game is fine. The game is fine, hopefully. Okay, when do you know it's time to cut off someone? It's cutting off people. Cutting off people has been, it's something that I've done a lot of times. I think one of the biggest reasons that I would result into that is, and it's that I just don't like a person who's like in my space a lot of times. That's when I cut off a person, unless maybe you're my girlfriend, then I don't have a problem with that. But apart from that, the time when I think it's time to cut off somebody, it's when a person just doesn't know boundaries. That person just doesn't know when to stop or where to stop. I definitely cut that person out because I love my space to a point that I don't like people who are invasive. So if you are invasive in a way, I definitely cut you off. So that's like one of the things. The other thing also is I don't like people who would like try to judge me to a point that they feel like I'm a certain way because I prefer doing a certain, doing certain things. Usually there are people who could judge me because am not, I don't go out a lot. So I'll definitely cut those types of people off. I think it's better if you just accept and people just the way they are, and do not try so much to change a person's perspective. Person's, what's this word? Perspective, yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. So I think it's better to not try and change anybody's perspective. Accept people's perspectives, respect their spaces. So if a person like doesn't respect my space and is all over my space, and if that person is just trying to push me to do things that I've been vocal about, if I've told you that I don't like doing certain things and you keep on pushing and pushing and pushing, that pushes me to cut you off at the end. I'll definitely cut you off at the end. So that's like how I know that, with this person, I think it's time for them to go. And I've cut off a lot of people in the past. I've cut off a lot of people, but the reasons differ. But I think these are like my top reasons why I cut off people. If you're too much on my space and you don't know when to stop, it's a problem. It's a problem. Do South Africans support local enough? I think yeah. Right now, South Africans support local enough. I don't know in terms of what. Is it in terms of like, is it in terms of clothing? Is it in terms of, I don't know what's this in terms of, but I feel like South Africans do support local, and especially now, before people did not support local enough, but now they do, especially music. They support South Africans, just listen to South African music, and that's like one thing that I'm super proud of, because we used to disregard South African artists, especially that era of Boel Tido, and we didn't listen a lot to South African music. But right now I feel like we have reached a point whereby we are proud of what we have, and then we support it. But I just know that even when it comes to clothing, South Africans still support a lot of South African brands, and it's something that's beautiful to watch. Although we still know that there's always the Gucci gang, the Louis gang, and whatsoever, but I know that a lot of people have something that's proudly South African in their closets. So South Africans do support local, and it's amazing to watch, in short. So that I personally think that they do support South African local, locally produced, yeah, locally produced things, most importantly clothes and whatever. uh is South African education preparing us for real life? And honestly, it depends. I wouldn't want to say, like, I wouldn't put it in a sense that South African education is, useless, the same way that people usually put it. To an extent, I feel like South African education, is, uh, I feel like South African education. Okay, I need to sort out the audio quickly. Yes, I feel like South African education education in general, it's important to an extent. Because let's say, for an example, you never had an opportunity to go to school to learn the English that you use. How would things be for you? You know, as much as we like discrediting education, I still think like education played a certain role in in our development. So I don't think education is useless. I don't think it's you know I feel like it is preparing us for real life, but we also have to play our part. We cannot expect education to carry the whole burden of teaching you about life in general and everything. It's doing its part, and yeah, that's it. So if you are not happy with the quality of South African education, it's easy to just find your way. you know there are things, a lot of things that you can do. You can just like pick up extra lessons. For an example, you can pick up whatever. So yeah. Okay. I think I need to try and fix the settings here, especially when it comes to the frame rate. Let's put it on high, not very high. Because I don't understand why it's causing.
The safe zone is collapsing.
Why it's lagging. I don't know why it's lagging.
Engaging the enemy.
You just put it on a medium. Medium. Yeah.
It's coming.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Friendly canine unit incoming. Still return to the battle. Airdrop incoming.
Yeah, I think it's time to call it quits. But I'll just practice as time goes. I think one of the biggest issue also is that my PC kind of like behaves weird when I play this mode. That's like one of my biggest issues. Apart from that, I think I can do more. Yes. I do think people are becoming too sensitive online. I think people are too sensitive, honestly. They are. So they don't. I've had like a couple of situations where I've, been labeled as the bad guy just for offering an opinion. People are sensitive to a point that they do not want to hear a different opinion, and everything that differs from what they believe in is considered as hating. So people are too sensitive, and people do not understand that this is social media, meaning that there will definitely be different perspective, there will be different personalities. So nobody is obligated to seeing things the way you see them. So meaning that you cannot force me to see certain people a certain way. You have your own reasons why you see people that way, but it doesn't mean that just because you see them as that, and I'm also, kind of forced to see them in that light. So people are sensitive to a point that they do not understand that everybody that's on social media is entitled to their own opinions. And if I use my platform to spread my own opinions, that shouldn't be received as, hate. Because I don't think I am hating on anybody, specifically just because I'm saying something that they do not agree with. If you do not agree with something, then it's simple. Just create a video and dispute whatever I said, or just discredit it in short. You know, I think it's very pointless for you to be all over my comment section, calling me names and, swearing and all of that. It's totally pointless. So I think people are too sensitive on social media. And they've made that evident a couple of times.
Welcome to Alcatraz. The match is about to start.
They've made it evident that, we are just sensitive to a point that we don't want to hear a different opinion. So people should understand that, in social media, everybody can say whatever. Not force anybody to say anything. So I've seen that, with myself. People force me to stop talking about certain things because, they don't believe that what I'm saying is justified. Mara, anyways, what? It's social media. It shows that, a lot of people. It just shows us how entitled a lot of people get. You know.
Further collapse expected. Travel to indicated safe zone.
First blood.
What's wrong with this thing? Nothing.
Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
Come on, come on. How do I get up there? It's fine. It's fine.
Further collapse expected. Travel to indicated safe zone. Net call. Circle collapse.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Net call. Supply drop.
Airdrop has been delivered. Airdrop has been
Supply drop.
down to the last bucket. Airdrop has been only 2 teams left. Getting close to victory.